So anyway, let's get started. Medusa. Shouldn't it be Neo Medusa? I think maybe it just has that name.
I really hope it comes.
It's the same thing. And here we go. If you want to go ahead and introduce the players, 538, potentially our last game.
Oh, fuck, your turn.
Sure, I would. Well, we have in orange Protoss in the top left base, bloodthirsty Hyde, and in yellow Zerg in the top right base we have skindzer. I know, in a 1-0 lead. Oh no, wait. Oh yes, it is. Yeah, it's also late here in other news. Let's see what I do.
So now I've moved the overlay right into the center of the screen to appease all the people asking for it to be moved, and I'll leave it there until they apologize.
As you can.
No worries. So now you can see the APMs that you've been able to see all along. No, I'll move it back. Stop being silly. Alrighties.
Okay, so skindzer just got gas today. Why would you do that?
What's happened? What?
Skindzer just got his gas at 8.
What the fuck?
Skinzer's going gas first. That might be some weird
He's
one-base lurker.
Yeah, one-base lurker drop bullshit. Oh my god. Fucking Zerg, man. Fucking Zerg.
No, one-base lurker is okay because you can just jump out tempo.
Anything one-base that Zerg does against Protoss is complete and utter bullshit, and they should be shot, drawn, quartered, and left out to die. Or whatever.
Honestly, after being quartered, you don't need much leaving out to die.
Just to be safe. I don't think it's an old version, I think it's just a weird name. I think maybe the IC Cup version just doesn't have the Neo on it, because it says 2.1, which infers Neo, because Neo is new. Skins are saying, there goes the surprise factor. Yeah, good job. We have a gateway first for Hyde though, right at the front of the natural, so obviously wants to get some aggression done. Similar to the way he plays this in PvT that we've already seen, where he gets early Dragoons out or whatever. I did like Hyde's Hyde's ability to deal with the cheese of Folon in the game they played on this map. I mean, that's really, it's quite the fact that he was like, oh, I'll just take another base, and then Folon is fucked, and that was really, quite good decision making.
In my game, the cheese that Polon chose was scout twice, don't build a barracks, build a supply depot outside your opponent's main, and then attack them with all your drones. So, while I was impressed with his defense, I didn't really see exactly something he did. Is it just weird to see how a ditched out probe between his forwards?
Yeah, that is
wonderful. Yeah, but he really can't afford to cancel the forge because there's some very fast
it still did manage
speedlings
to build
coming
probe,
out.
though, so I mean it's all good. A couple probe, glitched here and there. These are super fast speedlings, so speed is almost done. And I guess that was just all he wanted to do. And he is just going to expand. So it's not going to be one-base lurker. I take back my hateful comments from before. Speedling builds, I hate them, but they're legitimate to a point. People saying bad mic, yes, it's Sejolt. We know.
I'm very sorry.
And
I'm on a laptop from 2002.
He does manage to get a bunch of them in though. Hyde didn't leave a third probe back to block, and it's sloppy. You really need to keep the block up there when they go for a speedling build, because it's really important that you don't take damage. And now he's going to take fairly significant damage. 4 speed. Oh wow!
Oh wow, great drill.
Now it's just 3 speedlings. 5 speedlings is really tough to deal with. 3 is it's alright. We'll have to see if he can do that again. Has 2 zealots in to come deal with it. The problem is they can't keep up. Like, they're just so slow compared to speedlings. And there's really not much you can do about it. If the Zerg is good at microing, they're just going to be in your fucking base forever. And you're just going to have to learn to live with them, in peace and harmony. Looks like the economic damage that Skindzer took from choosing this build, though, was fairly significant. Hyde just taking his Nexus, but the hatchery not even done yet. He isn't mining any more gas yet, but has another hatchery going down in his main. Doesn't have the regular third that Zergs take. As you would be aware, Zergs usually just take a third, right? They just go and take a third because you're, behind some cannons and you're not really attacking. But, yeah, not the case with Skindzer here, so it's definitely going to be some sort of cheesy 2-base shenanigans. I'm guessing a Hydra bust, but
You continue with off probes.
yeah, this is such a pain in the ass. Like, it's honestly just... Oh, okay, finally
They're all gone.
But it just makes you feel really bad when that happens. But really, it doesn't actually put you that much behind, because you look at the drone count of skindzer, it's like non-existent. You know, he's getting like a sunken down and an evo chamber because he's worried about Corsairs, but he really doesn't have to be, because gas only just went down for Hyde. So honestly, what he needs to be worried about is just zealots, pretty much. His mining gas hasn't actually done anything with it though. I'm a little bit confused.
Well, sure, he'll need it for spores.
But Hyde moving out with 3 zealots, big mistake. You never know how many speedlings they've got out, and skindzer going for the "I'll make a fuckload of speedlings and kill your zealots." And now, you know, Hyde has 1 cannon against 12 speedlings, and that's, I mean, if skindzer just goes, Hyde is dead, 100% dead. But
He turns around. He's going to the temples. I think
That's not the best idea. I mean,
honestly, it takes so
people
long to
tend
kill
to forget
temples.
that those are stacked temples, so that's going to take several minutes to chew through them.
Yeah, for people
Constant attention.
people who don't really know much about Brood War, or maybe don't watch much of it, or aren't aware of this mechanic, essentially there's like 8, I think there's 8 stacked temples here, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, sure.
to kill these with single target, it takes a long time. As you can see, like 1 has died so far to this many lings.
it's flash, it takes no time at all.
If you have a splash damage, like a Reaver, or a tank, or a Lurker, or something like that, you can just bust them down with 1 lot. So, you know, the 1500 health, you only have to do that once, and the splash damage will kill the rest. So they're like destructible rocks, but they're more complicated and better. And they also glitch your units out, because your units don't really understand that the temples are there. So if you just attack into there, the units will like glitch around here trying to find a way in, even though there's no way in. So that's another thing that's really annoying about it. And in the meantime, Skindzer...
He doesn't seem to have figured out the timing on how long it takes to take one down. So he's leaving like 20 and 30 seconds here and there between a temple going down and attacking the next one, and it's only making it
now Hyde scouted it too. Hyde scouted the lings, and there are lurkers coming up, but now, you know, he's kind of showing his hand. He's like, oh, I'm going in the back, and Hyde's like, alright, well, I'll just make some cannons and shit, and then he'll be fine. And having this... Yeah. And he sees the Hydra list and has to assume lurkers now. 100% has to assume lurkers. But this is what I hate about maps with a backdoor. It's like, oh, now I have to invest these cannons even if they don't attack me. You know what I mean? Such a pain in the ass.
So, in fairness, this is one of the better backdoor mechanics. Like, the stacked temples really do make it as difficult as possible to use the backdoor, and you have every opportunity to scout it. Like, Hyde has scouted it now. I mean, he's got the defense then, and instead, skindzer is going to respond by continuing to tear down the temples, and then eventually attack into the cannons, I suppose. Like, it's...
Hyde doesn't have defense. He has 1 cannon that he built for the lings, and that's it. I mean, that 1 cannon will not stop 6 lurkers. He'll just die. So he really needs to get something done here. He needs to get a bunch of cannons on the high ground. He needs to get observatory or reavers or something, because these temples are going to die soonish.
So he has Storm on the way, doesn't he? Or does he just have the archive? The archive's on the way now.
Okay, look, there is a probe coming out now, but it might be too late. The lurkers should start morphing in just a second, although he is supply capped, so he can't actually morph them now. Lurkers do take an extra...
He's actually morphing them now.
Oh, he just pops some overlords, alright. So, the lurkers will be coming, and Hyde's a little bit late, I think.
The ultimate irony is that all those lings that were doing nothing to attack the temples haven't destroyed the temples. So the lurkers are going to clear themselves, which means that it would have taken exactly the same amount of time anyway. Those lings would have been achieving something that entire time.
Yeah, no, completely and utterly pointless. And all he did was just show his hand and give Hyde warning time, you know?
And the cannons are on the left already.
But I think they're too late.
At the very least, they'll slow them down.
he should actually stop attacking with the lanes, but it was actually on the last temple, so yeah, he just wasted all that time and did absolutely nothing when he could have actually just won the game with Lings, and now he's just sitting there, and here we go, finally, moving up.
He just runs through his own attack. Oh yes.
Hitting the pylon, trying to get that before the cannons finish. Kind of, I think, a bit of a mistake, because cannons are really squishy, and you can pretty much just kill them almost faster. I think you can probably kill 3 cannons as fast as you can kill a pylon. But, you know, it didn't matter. And in come the lurkers, and there's only a few zealots and a Templar, and there's no detection. So, I don't know how this is going to work. Unless you crumble the lurkers up and don't borrow them.
You just don't. Yeah, you just don't bury your
And Hyde instead just GG's. Because lurkers against Mineral Line, not much he could have done at that point. And skindzer wins 2-0.
So skindzer progresses.
So that's that. We're done for the day.
So who goes through? GTR and skindzer?
That would be correct. I'll put up the final results. And I will, yeah, so we've got GTR went 6-1 in his group, only dropped that one game to Hyde, I think, right? Was it Hyde that he dropped? Yeah, he dropped the game to Hyde.
Yeah, that's right.
skindzer goes 4-3, Hyde 3-4, just narrowly edged out there, but couldn't do much against the less than orthodox style of skindzer. And
I'm so sad to see Hyde go out so closely.
And Folon got taken down pretty hard, but did play some hilarious games, and the game that he won was quite silly and worthwhile. So,
considering how well I remember Folon playing, I'm very surprised he didn't do better.
he's pretty bad. I mean, he's a good guy, but he's not good at Brew War. It's a curse. I'll link people once again to the wallpaper of 538's picture there, which was done by his girlfriend, and she insisted that we put it into the cast, and we have done. But you know, the wallpaper there, you know, the high-res version, you can put it up in your desktop. You could print it out and paste it on your wall. So many options. You could change the color of the background, but that would be, you know, deterring from the original art. So, thanks to Torenhire for organizing this event. Thanks to Hawaiian Pig for doing all the graphics and the overlays and shit like that. And thanks to Sajol and 538 for casting with me. Do you guys have any shoutouts or things you want to say or comments?
Yeah,
thanks for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
been a blast. Can I just give a shout out to old Mike that I can't wait to get back to next week, because my god,
you're actually breaking up like really badly. I actually didn't understand.
Ironically enough, I think he's talking about his microphone, to which he'll be returning next week.
Thank you very much, 538.
Alright. Oh, and a shout out to 538's girlfriend for doing the picture for us.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah. Someone said they opened chat too late. I linked it again. Oh, I'm so nice. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna switch the stream off now. Bye, etc. Stuff like that.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Ta-ta.